Have you ever had a morning where everything goes wrong? You're late, you're stressed, and when you say those four terrible words, I can't find it. Today, we're going to live that nightmare with Mark. But don't worry, it's all for your English. Welcome back to English Made Real with Zach. I'm Zach. Today, we have a special story called I Can't Find It. This story is perfect for A1 learners. We are going to use real spoken English, no textbook stuff. I want you to listen to the rhythm, feel the emotion, pay attention to how we describe where things are: under, on, inside, behind, and stay until the end because Mark's missing item might surprise you. Let's get into it. The sun is bright. The birds are singing outside. But Mark is not happy. Mark is sleeping. Suddenly, he opens one eye. He looks at the clock. 7:30. Mark shouts, "Oh no, I'm late!" Mark usually wakes up at 6:30. He likes a slow morning. He likes to stretch his arms and take a deep breath. But today? No, today is a disaster. He jumps out of bed. He runs to the bathroom. He brushes his teeth fast. He washes his face with cold water. It helps him feel awake. Now he needs to get dressed. He opens his drawer. "Where is my blue shirt?" Mark asks. He looks inside the drawer. He sees a red shirt. He sees a black shirt, but not a blue shirt. He looks under the bed. He finds an old sock. He finds a library book from last year, but no shirt. Finally, he sees it. It is behind the door. He puts it on. He is moving fast now. He goes to the kitchen. Usually Mark makes a nice breakfast. Toast, eggs, fruits, maybe a large cup of coffee. That's very important. But today, there is no time for coffee. He just needs his keys. He looks on the kitchen table. He sees a banana. He sees his wallet. But no keys. "Where did I put them?" he whispers. He looks in the fruit bowl. He looks on top of the refrigerator. He even looks inside the microwave. Mark is starting to feel nervous. His heart is beating fast. He checks his watch. 7:45. The bus leaves at 7:50. He runs back to the bedroom. He looks under the pillow. There they are! The keys were under his pillow. Why? Mark doesn't know. He doesn't have time to think. He grabs his bag. He checks his to-do list. Phone? Check. Wallet? Check. Keys? Check. He opens the door and steps outside to begin his day. Mark is running. He is breathing hard. He sees the bus stop. The bus is there. Mark shouts, "Wait! Wait for me!" The driver sees Mark. The driver is kind. He waits. Mark reaches the bus. He is hot. He is tired. Mark reaches into his pocket. He needs his bus card. He feels his left pocket empty. He feels his right pocket only a piece of paper. Mark's face goes white. The driver asks, "Looking for something, kind?" Mark says, "My card. I had it. I'm sure I had it." Mark looks in his bag. He moves his notebook. He moves his water bottle. The people on the bus are watching him. Mark feels embarrassed. He feels stupid. He thinks about his comfortable bed at home. He wants to go back to sleep. "Check your bag again," a woman says. She is sitting near the front. Mark looks in the small pocket of his bag. He finds a pen. He finds a candy bar. Mark finds a small plastic card. Mark shouts, "Yes, I found it!" He taps the card. Mark sits down. He takes a deep breath. He tells himself to stay calm. The morning was bad, but the rest of the day will be better. But Mark is wrong. The day is just beginning. Mark works in an office. He sits at his desk. He works on his computer. He answers emails. At 10 a.m., his boss, Mr. Miller, walks over. "Mark," Mr. Miller says, "do you have the report for the 11 o'clock meeting?" "Yes, Mr. Miller," Mark says with a smile. "It's right here." Mark looks at his desk. He sees his coffee mug. He sees his stapler. He sees his calendar. But he does not see the report. "I just had it," Mark says. "I finished it 10 minutes ago." Mark starts moving papers. He looks under his keyboard. He looks behind his computer screen. "I can't find it," he whispers. "Mark, that report is very important," Mr. Miller says. He is not smiling now. "We need it for the meeting with the new clients," Mr. Miller says. I know, I'm looking," Mark says. Mark opens his desk drawers. Top drawer, pens and paper clips. Middle drawer, a half-eaten bag of crackers. Bottom drawer, an old pair of shoes. Mark feels like he is going crazy. Is someone playing a joke on him? He checks the printer. He checks the trash can. He sits back down. He looks at his computer screen. "Wait," Mark says. He clicks a button. He opens a folder on his computer. "Oh," Mark says. His face turns red. "What is it?" Mr. Miller asks. Mark says quietly, "I didn't print it. The report is on the computer. I forgot to click print." Mr. Miller sighs. "Print it now, Mark, and try to stay focused." Mark clicks print. He watches the paper come out of the machine. He has the report, but he doesn't feel happy. He feels exhausted. After work, Mark has a big plan. He is going on vacation. He is going to Costa Rica. He takes a taxi to the airport. He goes to Terminal 3. The airport is very busy. It feels like a big mall. There are people everywhere. Mark goes to the check-in counter. "Good afternoon," the woman says. "Where are you flying today?" "San Jose, Costa Rica," Mark says. He is excited now. He thinks about the jungle and the monkeys. "May I have your passport, please?" Mark reaches into his jacket. He reaches into his bag. He stops. He reaches into his other jacket pocket. Nothing. "Sir?" the woman asks. Mark's heart drops to his stomach. I can't find it." "Your passport, sir?" "Yes, my passport. I had it in the taxi. I checked it 3 times. Mark opens his suitcase. He is in the middle of the airport. People are walking around him. He is tossing his clothes everywhere. Swimsuit? Check. Sunscreen? Check. But no passport. "I can't find it. I really can't find it." Mark is almost crying now. He thinks about the taxi. Did it fall out in the car? He thinks about the office. Did he leave it on his desk? He looks on the floor. He looks under the counter. "Is this yours?" Mark looks up. A little boy is standing there. He is holding a blue book. "My passport!" Mark screams. "It was on the floor by the door," the boy says. Mark grabs the passport. He wants to kiss it. Thank you so much." Mark gives his passport to the woman. She gives him his boarding pass. "Gate 22, she says. "Boarding starts in 20 minutes. Mark runs. He goes through security. He takes off his shoes. He takes off his belt. He is moving like a lightning bolt. He reaches gate 22. He sits down. He is safe. He is going to Costa Rica. He reaches into his bag to get his headphones. He wants to listen to an English podcast. He looks in the big pocket. He looks in the small pocket. "No," Mark whispers. "Please, no. I can't find them. I can't find my headphones." Mark puts his head in his hands. "I give up," he says. "I just give up." Mark arrives in the city. It is huge, so big. There are too many people. Mark is in his hotel room now. It is a lovely room. He has his phone. He has his bag. He even found his headphones in the bottom of his shoe. But Mark is thinking. He realizes something important. All day, he was searching for things, but there was one thing he really couldn't find: confidence. When he lost his keys, he felt fear. When he lost his report, he felt stress. When he lost his passport, he felt panic. He was so busy looking for his stuff that he lost himself. Mark sits on the bed. He takes a deep breath. "I am here," he says out loud. "I am in a new city. I am safe. I am learning." He realizes that mistakes are not his enemy. Mistakes are his teachers. Mark smiles. He doesn't need to be perfect. He just needs to be intentional. He looks out the window. The moon is becoming beautiful. "I found it," Mark whispers. He didn't find his keys. He didn't find his phone. He found his peace. Wow, what a day for Mark. I love that story because it's real. We all lose things. We all get stressed. But the most important thing you can find is your own confidence. Did you hear the vocabulary in that story? These are small words, but they are powerful. If you enjoyed this story, you're not just studying English, you are living in English. One sentence today, a whole story next week. Don't forget to subscribe to English Made Real with Zach. Share this video with a friend who is also learning. And remember, your time is like gold. Don't waste it. Invest it in yourself. I'm proud of your effort. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. I'll see you in the next story. Bye for now.